Hi, hello, welcome back to Diaphragmatic. My name is Devraj, and today we're going to do a workout working with horizontal breathing. And horizontal breathing, by the way, is also known sometimes as abdominal breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. And what we're going to do in this video is I'm just going to give a little bit of theory about these breathing styles, because I'll include also some bioenergetic and Reichian styles in this. And then we'll go through the actual breathing postures. And then we'll do the actual workout, a follow-along workout with a 90-second ding going through these different breathing techniques so that you can follow along and just get some practice, basically. But to start, it's really been, I'm making this video right at the beginning of May 2021, and the last couple of months I've really got into this horizontal breathing thing, because I think before in my practice it was a little bit missing. When I started teaching and when I was doing a lot of body-based therapy as a participant, the therapist would always say, breathe deep into your belly, through the mouth. And so I just kind of picked that up and tried to sort of push down air into my belly. But of course there's a slight kind of dissonance because we don't have any lungs down here. But I just took that as it was and just tried to kind of breathe and feel down into my belly. And it's really only in the last couple of months, as I say, that I've really got into this horizontal breathing and really come to understand it. And I found it quite revelationary. So, and I'm also aware that not for everyone will it necessarily be revelationary. And it can also be that I've cleared enough stuff out around here that now it's making a huge shift in my kind of daily being. And for others, that may not be the case. But nevertheless, I'm super excited about it, and essentially what it's really about is very, very simple. In fact, it's ridiculously simple, because most of us have learned to breathe by focusing up here, on the nose, on the mouth, and particularly around the throat area. And so, it's kind of like when I was breathing before, I'd be sort of sucking air in at my throat, and actually what you do in this technique is you allow an in-breath to happen from the belly by pushing the belly out. Now, of course, the belly doesn't have any lungs or other air sacs in there, but by pushing the belly out, what happens is your lungs are drawn down, creating a vacuum, and air just naturally flows in. So, if you have your mouth slightly closed, it'll come in through the nose. If you have your mouth slightly open, it'll come in through the mouth. But that doesn't really matter all that much. What matters is that you're not creating a lot of compression up here, because how most people are breathing when they take an in-breath is they pull their diaphragm, which is a big muscular piece just under here, they pull it slightly up and they kind of suck a little bit at the throat, and it pulls air into the top part of the lungs, the top part of the chest. But this creates and sustains holding, in these muscles around here, in the scalene muscles, in the trapezoids, in the sternocleidomastoid muscles, all get rigid and tense and full of all sorts of stuff from the past. And literally with every breath we take, even though we're doing that unconsciously, we are reinforcing it and keeping ourselves in this kind of somewhat traumatized state. And so, learning to breathe properly really has a huge effect over time, that it slowly starts to allow these muscles to start to change and relax. And because breathing is such an unconscious process, few of us would go through our day thinking much about how we're breathing. It takes a while for it to change, basically. We have to consciously work with our breath in the correct manner, particularly at good times to do so, like sitting down at the computer or something like this. And then slowly over time, the unconscious will become trained and will start to breathe with the belly, just normally, naturally, unconsciously. But it will take a while to get established. And so essentially what happens, in fact, I'm just going to turn around, so I've got a black t-shirt and a bit of white background. So really, if I'm sitting here and I'm kind of meditating a little bit and I want to just focus on my breath, all I'm going to do is push my belly out. Literally, I don't even worry about my nose, I don't care about my mouth, I don't care about my throat or my neck. I completely ignore this whole part of the body, it just doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is push my belly out, and as I do that, because my throat is relaxed, air just comes in, air just comes in. Push it out, air comes in, and then relax the belly, and the lungs come back up, and the air is just coming out. So it's like we're using rather like, like a bellows. If you imagine a bellows, and you just open it up, and it sucks air in. We open it up by pushing the belly out, and we close it again, relaxing it, the belly, and the air just goes out. And this is the process of healthy breathing that all mammals and primates do. Only humans breathe by pulling the diaphragm up, which is a kind of fight or flight response breathing. So let's just look at that again. You notice I'm taking 3, 4, 5 seconds to inhale, 3, 4, 5 seconds to exhale, and that's good. And let's see how I'm best going to explain this. What we're going to do is a workout, and the workout has 4 stages. It's on a 1.5-minute ding. And the first stage, we're just going to breathe with the belly, with the mouth slightly closed, so air just goes in through the nose. And this will be good, really healthy day-to-day breathing. So it looks a bit like this. So my throat is relaxed, my mouth is gently closed, and so air just comes in naturally through my nose. That's the first ding. The second ding, I'm going to add in some chest breathing as well. So how that's going to go is I'm going to push my belly out, and when my belly's nearly out, I'm going to try and expand the intercostals, which are the muscles between the ribs, so that I create a movement in my chest that is lateral. I don't want my chest or my shoulders to come up at all. They're just sort of a very slight lateral movement, which may just be like 1/2 inch in total if you had like a tape measure round, or a centimetre. You know, let's try that. So it's like, and then reverse that to exhale. So I start to exhale from my belly, relaxing my belly, and then relax my chest just before the belly's kind of finished relaxing. So let's look at that. So that's a little bit trickier, but I can feel my intercostal muscles and my chest stretching just a little bit, and it should stretch all the way around, but not upwards at all, basically. So just through that again, push the belly out, then before it's completely inflated, push the chest muscles out, and then relax the belly, and before it's completely deflated, relax the chest. And again, that's like 4 or 5 seconds to inhale in total, and 4 or 5 seconds to exhale. Now that again is with the mouth slightly closed and through the nose. And then the third stage, we're going to come into some kind of bioenergetic breathing. And in this stage, what we're going to do is exactly the same as the last stage, but we're going to have the mouth slightly open. So the air is drawn in through the mouth this time. So it's not going to look much difference, but mouth is a little bit open. And I can just gently hear it. I can kind of hear the breath coming in. It's a very relaxing posture to do. And then the final one is we're going to step it up. We're going to use what I call a Reichian charging breath. And this is just a little bit different from the breath before. The breath before, by the way, is the one with the mouth slightly open, but we would normally do when we're doing bioenergetic postures. And what we're going to do is just increase that. So how we're going to increase it is to breathe. I'm going to push a little bit more strongly with my belly and open my chest a little bit more. And I'm also not going to have a gap between the exhale and the inhale. So it's 5 seconds inhale, belly and chest, and then no gap, 5 seconds exhale, belly then chest. So it goes like this, and mouth slightly open again. Okay, so those are the 4 postures we're going to do, and just to give just the final little bit of theory is what all of these breath techniques do, you know, starting with a bit less to a bit more as we get to the last one, is they increase the charge of energy in the body. So we're actually charging our body with more energy, and then in bioenergetics or Reichian work, that will create some level of cathartic release at some point, because it's like as you're filled up with energy, slowly the areas of your muscle system where there's holding start to almost pulse and vibrate. You know, when I do this deep Reichian breath like we did in the fourth one just now, when I do that for 5-10 minutes, I can feel, stuff really moving around the back of my shoulder blades, around my neck. I can feel this sense of like something that has been held and tense is starting to wake up. So that's what you're looking for in this practice, and you can't artificially induce that, but you can keep charging your body with energy. Okay, so I think that's enough theory and chatter from me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the 1.5-minute ding on the 90-second ding, and we'll go through these four different phases for 90 seconds each, and we're going to do 3 repetitions. So we're going to go around, so it's going to be 18 minutes in total, and it's really worth that time to give yourself this experience. This can really be a valuable investment. So I'm going to get my ding track, and we're just going to go for it. Get yourself seated. You can do it sitting down on a chair if you want, or you can do it seated on the floor. I'm kind of kneeling with a little cushion. As long as if you're sitting down on a chair, your feet should be in contact with the floor. That's all that's important. Okay, let's get the ding track and get going. Okay, so try and have a relaxed position. You can close your eyes if you wish. And with the ding, we're going to start just breathing with the belly by pushing the belly out and the mouth gently closed so air comes in through the nose. But try not to focus on this whole area at all, just focus on your belly. Checking that you're taking 4 or 5 seconds to do the inhale and 4 or 5 seconds for the exhale. That your focus is on the belly, not the throat, not the mouth, not the nose. Throat relaxed. And with the ding, just stay just as you are, but now we're going to add this chest in as well, keeping the mouth slightly closed. Push the belly out and then push the chest out, expanding it laterally. And then relax the belly and then relax the chest. That's one cycle. And now continuing with the belly and the chest, just the same, slightly open your mouth so that air can come in through there. Remember, you don't need to do anything with your mouth or with your throat. You just have it a little bit open and the air will naturally come in through there. Expand the belly, expand the chest. Relax the belly, relax the chest. Again, 5 seconds or so for the inhale and for the exhale. with the ding, we're going to do is continue, but now we're going to increase the volume of breath, try to push the belly and chest a little wider, and also be attentive that there's no gap between the in-breath and the out-breath. And that completes the first repetition, and now we're going to go right back to the beginning. Belly only, mouth gently closed. And now, keeping the mouth gently closed, add the chest in. Belly expands, chest expands, belly relaxes, chest relaxes. Pay attention to the feeling of the belly and the chest. And now, continuing this, we just very slightly open the mouth. This is the breathing we would usually do in most bioenergetic positions. And then the fourth one, just really increasing the volume of breath in and out and not having any gap between the in-breath and out-breath. Again, mouth slightly open. And with that ding, we come back to the beginning for the final rep. Mouth slightly closed, breathing with the belly up only. Keep focusing on the sense of the belly. And now, keeping the mouth slightly closed, add in the chest breathing. And now just opening the mouth a little so air can come in and out through there, our normal bioenergetic breath. Aiming to keep that throat completely relaxed So it's just a channel. And finally, the Reichian breath, just increase the volume of that last one. And ensure there's no gap between the in-breath and the out-breath. Make sure you're still taking 5 seconds at least to inhale and 5 seconds to exhale, no quicker than that. And with that ding, complete the workout just having one ding, just remaining as you are. Eyes closed for sure now, and just breathing and feeling your body without doing anything to your breath. Okay, well done. Excellent. Well done for completing that. You can practice this breathing, daily. The nasal one, you can just practice anytime you're sitting, like at the computer. I usually start for 2 minutes of doing this nasal breathing, and then I find I'm much more relaxed. And when you're doing any bioenergetics, then practice the 3rd or 4th types of breathing and just see how it goes. It really can support your body to just release more and just feel good. Okay, thank you for following along today, and I'll see you again soon for more bioenergetics and more workouts.